If you're trying to build a customer-facing support portal, you likely need a file upload question for users to, upload receipts or photos of damaged goods. But as soon as you add that field into your Google form, you are prohibited from embedding that particular Google form into your website. Worse, it forces a mandatory Google sign-in for all users trying to fill up the form, which is a massive barrier for entry. In this video, we're going to be looking at an exact fix using Formfacade to keep your workflow professional and frictionless. So let's get started. Alright, so this is the Google form that we're going to be using for this particular use case, which looks at a support and repair request form where users can put in their name followed by their order number, issue description, and have the ability to upload either a clear image of the receipt or the damaged product. Now that we've included this form upload question into our form, there are going to be a couple of issues that you're going to be facing while you share this with your users. If you're looking to share this form with your users, and if you come to the settings here, you'll see a specific note that tells you because this form has a file upload question, responders will be required to sign in. So that's going to be the first roadblock where any user trying to fill your Google form will require a Google login. And even if you try to get past that, if you go towards the embedding feature in Google Forms, if you come here and click on embed HTML, it's going to give you an error pop-up that says this form cannot be embedded because it makes use of the file upload question. So these are the two main problems that we're facing currently, and we're going to be taking a look at how we can counter this with Formfacade. So the first step in this process is to make sure that your Google Forms published. So come in here and copy in the responded link and just click on save. After which you can head over to formfacade.com/fileupload and click on the import Google Form button. Once you're in here, Formfacade will allow you to paste in the Google Form link, and once you're done, go ahead and click on import. Now, because we are dealing with file uploads, the system needs to route these files securely, so you'll be getting a prompt here that says connect your Google Form, and you'll be asked to grant some editor permissions, after which a picker will load up where you can basically select in your form, click in select, and in a couple of seconds it pulls the form structure and you'll see a preview pop-up confirming that your form works perfectly. Here you can see the pop-up preview comes up instantly, and if I click on yes, it instantly takes me to what my form will basically look like, where I have my name, my order number, the description of the issue, and the ability to add files to this without me having to log in. So basically this provides us a perfect preview to look at what the Google form looks like, and we can head back over to the interface. Now here is exactly how this works behind the scenes. Now Formfacade actually creates a brand new secure copy of your Google form to basically handle these uploads without triggering the login wall. To set up the data routing, click on the settings gear icon and then go to the advanced tab over here. Just toggle in the submit to Google Forms option here and make sure it's turned on. Once you're done, just go ahead and click on save. Now once that's active, we can come back to the advanced setting here and click on launch here. Now this opens the new Google form that Formfacade has just generated for you. From here you can come to your responses section, click on link to sheets to create a fresh backend spreadsheet. So our live environment is ready to catch all the responses, and all of your responses will be coming into this particular spreadsheet. So if I come back to the Formfacade interface, I'm going to click on save, and I'm now going to move to the next step where we look to customize. Now since I want to embed this into my website, I would want this to match my style and theme of my existing website. So you have a couple of options to choose from in terms of themes, where you can go for a minimal one or a colorful one. In this case, I'm going to go for a colorful one, followed by clicking on indigo dark. You can select your primary and background color. You also have the ability to adjust your background settings by uploading a custom background image, or even looking at the typography settings that looks at headings, fonts, paragraphs, etc. Once you're done with all of these settings, just come over here and click on apply, and in a couple of seconds those changes will get applied to your form successfully. You can even once again preview this and open this in a new tab to see what the form looks like. And you can see the add file button here works perfectly. So I'm going to close this out and head back to the interface, where now our backend is ready and good to go, and we can now shift towards the sharing part and the embedding section of this tutorial. So I'm going to come over here and click on share. And in the first instance, you are provided with the basic link to the form. You can either copy it or instantly open it up in a new tab to preview it. And this is going to be the same Google form. We'll come back over here and we're going to be shifting over to the embed section here, followed by clicking on React.js web app and clicking on next. And in a couple of seconds, Formfacade will give you the exact config that you need to basically embed this particular form into your website. It's given you the npm package that you're supposed to install, followed by the code snippet that you're supposed to put into your web app. Now I'm going to be heading over to my anti-gravity IDE, where I've successfully ran the npm install command to install the particular package, followed by successfully embedding the same code into my React.js web app. And here you can see on successful execution, my form has successfully been embedded into the web app. I can come in here, type in some details, put in the order number, put in the issue description, and even use the add file button here. That works perfectly. So it doesn't ask me for a login and it even embeds perfectly. So what we're going to be doing now is a real test. I'm going to be opening the save particular website into an incognito session so that you know there is no active Google session behind the scenes. And it doesn't ask me for any login. I'm going to come in here, put in my details. I'm going to put in the description as broken fan. And in the add file section here, I'm going to click on add file. I can come in here and click on my browse files. I'm going to scroll down here and fetch in my receipt that I'm going to be uploading. And I'm going to click on done. So this test is to basically show you how the data comes in from this form and it goes back to the final Google Sheet that we had seen in the setup. So once you're done with filling in the form details, you can just come in here and click on submit. And here you can see the response has been successfully recorded. And if I head over back to my Formfacade interface here, I can first view the responses inside of Formfacade's interface. So I can come over here to the responses section and I can see that there is one response that has successfully been submitted into the form. And if I head back to the Google form that Formfacade made for the backend, I can see that my response has come in here successfully. And if I go to my spreadsheet, I can see the entire row has successfully been come into the spreadsheet. So that's how you can basically embed a file upload form without forcing a Google login. The link to getting started with Formfacade is in the description. You can check that out and I'll see you in the next one.